All right, good morning, everybody. You are welcome to today's training. Welcome to the web design class for the Ember booster training. So I want to welcome every one of us. It's 11 o'clock already, and we are about to start. So let's start with a word of prayer. Our Father, we give you the glory as we start this training. We ask that your grace will abide with us. We ask that you will grant us understanding, and we ask that we will understand everything we are about to learn. And let this lesson impact us, and let them set us up for greatness in life. Thank you, Father, in Jesus' precious name. Amen. So I want to welcome every one of us that is joining us at this moment. So this is After School Academy, and this is After School Academy's Ember Booster program. So this will be the first lesson in the program. We are starting with the web design class. By 2 p.m., the people who registered for the graphic design class, their own class will start. And by November 6th, the people who registered for the Excel for data analysis and digital marketing class, your own class will start by then. So we've already given us the schedule of that, and I believe you already have understanding on that. So I want to welcome every one of us that is joining us either through the Zoom platform or joining us through the Facebook platform. You are all welcome. So I will just go straight to today's class. Today's class will be an introductory section, and I believe you are all ready for the class. So today I'm focusing on introduction to web design. That is what I'll be talking about. And I will quickly take us through the syllabus for the training, and I will want us to pay rapt attention. Okay, so let's get started. So as we proceed, you will be seeing that some people are joining through Zoom. Sorry about that distraction. It's because we have people joining us through Zoom. In fact, we expect the students to join through Zoom. So we will be taking in some people. So don't be annoyed if you notice I pause at some point. It's all about trying to get people into the Zoom call. Okay, so let's continue. So I'm going to share my slide now in order to continue with the training. So I will start by taking us through the syllabus for this web design training. So give me some seconds as I share my screen. So if you have any question during the course of the training, you can reach out to us either through the chat platform on the Zoom meeting or through our Facebook platform. And I also want to do a quick sound check. Let me be sure that you can all hear me clearly. So if you are listening to me, can you send a chat or just let me know if you can hear me or if I need to improve on my voice. So while I share the screen for today's training. Okay, I'm waiting for our feedback on that. Let me know if you can hear me clearly. Okay. All right, so I've been able to confirm that my voice is audible enough. So I will proceed with the course. Okay, I've also seen someone's chat here. Okay, all right. So I can proceed now. So this is the slide that I'll be sharing to us now. And that's the slide for the syllabus. That's the brochure for the training. Okay, so let's pay rapt attention as I take us through the web design training. And this is the same syllabus that we use for our paid program. So we are not leaving much behind in this training. Although we might not be able to cover everything we have in the brochure in this training, but you can be sure that we will achieve the goal of this training and every one of us will have a great time. To what web design is, but at the same time, you will be able to learn how to apply what you have learned. So we will learn about the business side of web design also, not just the theoretical or the design aspect. You will learn how to apply what you have learned, how you can use it to raise or to start a profitable business for yourself. Okay, so let's get started. Now, the course overview. Let me take us through the course overview. Okay. Let me set up my page very well so that everybody can see me. Okay, good. So now let's move on. All right, this is good. Okay. So the courses we are having in this training, first thing first. So we'll be starting with that. That will be the first module in the training. First thing first. So we'll be talking about what this course is all about. This course is all about getting wisdom. It's not about knowledge, but wisdom. So wisdom is superior to knowledge, and wisdom involves application. Wisdom involves getting the best out of what you have learned. So we will not just teach you and give you knowledge. We will also teach you how to be able to apply what you have learned in the business world and how you can make some money from it. So we will talk about who this course is created for, and I will also share with us some of my experiences in building a 6 figures or even 7 figures web design agency, and basic skills you need to be a successful web designer, how to make money from designing websites, setting up your web design business for high income. Then you'll be able to discover the hidden why of web design. And when I'm teaching you about the hidden why of web design, you will be able to know why people will call you to design websites for them and how you can take advantage of that. The major reason why many people cannot proceed with their web design business is because they don't know the why of web design. They don't know why people will think of coming to them to design a website for them. So for you to be able to sustain your clients for a long period of time, you must understand the why of web design. You must know what the website is doing for the business owner or for the person you are designing the website for. So when you come to the understanding of this, it will help you in the way you approach your projects. Then we move on to the fun aspect of the whole thing, where you will learn about what is WordPress. You will learn the basic website architecture. You will get to understand how you can get your own website domain. Then we talk about the local and the online hosting platform that are available. Basically, for this particular training, we'll be making use of online hosting. Then you will learn how to host and install WordPress. You will also learn about the control panel for your WordPress and the backend of your WordPress. We will talk about some PHP settings. These are advanced aspects, but we also talk about it and some other backend stuff. and I will introduce you to hosting and installing WordPress. Then you will learn about name servers. This is very important, especially when you are using different hosting and different domain. You will learn more about that as you progress. Then you will learn how to create a subdomain, create an add-on domain. You will understand what all this means to you as a web designer. Then we will start bringing everything to reality. All your dreams of building a website, we will start bringing it to reality by setting up your website development, how you can install your themes, your plugins, what you use them for, how you can make use of them, how to import images into WordPress in the right way. Many people used to make mistakes in that aspect. You will learn how to use your images. Then how you can add some pages. Website is all about pages. You will learn the difference between a page and a post. And you also learn the 5 basic pages of a website. You will learn how to use Elementor Page Builder. Then you will learn to create and customize a web page. Then also, we look at how you can build your first website. This is a project-based training. So as we progress, you will be building some things. You will get your hands dirty and you will build your website. Very important. So you will learn to design and develop a business website in the process. You will have your own page, your about page, those basic pages of the website. You will be able to go through it and you will learn that. You will learn about the service page, the blog page, the contact page, the portfolio page, the footer, and the header, how you can customize all these things. Then we will add some professionalism to our website. You'll be able to create a responsive website. It's a pity when you visit some website on your desktop or your PC, you see a very beautiful website, awesome and good looking. But when you visit this website on your phone, it becomes so difficult to understand what the website is all about because you begin to see different kind of things. So how do you ensure that your website is looking good on PC and at the same time it's looking good on phone or any device whatsoever, whether a tablet or a smartphone or a PC? How do you ensure that your website is looking the way you want it to look? So that is what we call responsiveness. So you will learn how to build responsiveness into your web pages. Then we will learn about websites, search engine optimization, how you can ensure that your website can rank well on search engines and people doesn't need to know the web address. Even by searching for some keywords, they can locate your website on search engine. And through this, you can help your clients to achieve their goal of building websites. As I said in the beginning, we don't build websites for the sake of having just a page on the internet. We don't do that. So you will be able to build in some important things into your client website that will make your website to be functioning as it ought to function and it will be fulfilling its purpose. I remember there was a time I built a website before I understand all these things very well. I did my own job very well and I delivered the website. But after some point, when we are about to renew the hosting of the website, the client asked to tell me that, yes, we built a website a few months ago, like almost a year now, but I'm not seeing the impact of the website. What the website about? What is the website doing for me? Why should I invest in hosting again? So it shows to you that. So please, someone is using let me disable that function. Someone is using a marker and that person wants to obstruct my work here. Okay, let me see what I can do about that. Give me some seconds. Let me do something here. Okay. All right, so I've deleted that. Okay, so let me proceed. Let me see if I can. Okay, I've done that now. So I've disabled that function. I don't want that distraction. All right, let's proceed. So I was trying to tell us why it is important to build all these features into your website, especially your search engine optimization. Okay, so let's make some sales. At the end of the day, we'll also be seeing how you can make some sales on your website. We'll be able to look at how to build landing pages and your sales pages. And can use to set up your website on Google My Business. We'll be able to do that also. And we see how you can do your product listing and something, then make use of WooCommerce. So hopefully we should be able to reach the aspect of building an e-commerce. We'll see how far we can go. Then we see how to uncover the secret of web design business. So this is the real aspect. Now you know how to design your website. Now you know how to create wonderful web pages. How do you convert this thing to money? How do you make money from it? So that would be what we'll be discussing under discover the secret of the business. So you will learn you will learn about your ideal clients. You will learn about how to build your own web design portfolio. By the time you are leaving this course, at the end of this course, you should have a tangible web design portfolio. You will be taking 3 projects, the first project, the second project, and your capstone project. So with that, you should have at least 3 projects in your portfolio. Then how do you choose your web design name, web design business name? Understanding the work to be done, setting up your web design packages and prices. How do you communicate to clients? How do you write a winning proposals? And how do you negotiate contracts? Handling client requests. These are the things you don't see people teaching you. Normally, it's very difficult before you find someone that will teach you this aspect of web design. And that's why we call it web design business training. It's not just a web design training. So we take our time to look into that. Then let's see if we can have our 6 figures in 30 days challenge. So you are expected to make at least 100,000 naira in 30 days with your web design skills that you have. So it's going to be a challenge. Let's see if we can see any of us that will pick up the challenge after you have put into practice everything we are going to teach you. So this is the overview of the course. There are some bonuses you are going to get in the course. You will get your web design proposal template, your web design contract, your web design packages, and being a training organized by After School Academy, you are also going to have opportunities to some leadership skills, critical thinking and brainstorming skills, and problem-solving skills. Those are soft skills you are going to have access to in this training. Now, you might be wondering, can we cover all this in 2 weeks? We will see how far we can go, but I can promise you, we will reach the aspect of adding some professionalism to our website in 2 weeks. Then after that, we can see what next from there. So you are all welcome to the class. You are welcome to this training, and it's going to be a wonderful one. So that is about the course overview. Now, let me see if we already have any question from our participants. So someone can check for me on Facebook if you have any comments, any question from Facebook. And I also need someone to check for me if we have anybody that have comments on the Zoom platform. But from my side here, I'm not seeing anybody that has a question. Okay, so that means I can proceed. I can proceed. So once again, let me confirm. Can we all hear me? Very important. Okay, so if you can hear me, we can proceed now. So that is how the training will go. That is the full syllabus. At the end of the training, I will also make the syllabus available for you, so you will be able to go through it once again on your own. So today, let's see what we can cover in the next 30 minutes, and we will be through. So it's an introductory class. The main class will start from Monday. So today we won't take much time. In just 1 hour, we are done. So let me just take us through some basic things in web design, and we'll be done. Okay. So what is a website? Why do we have a website? What do we call a website? So let me take a feedback from us. What do you have to say about a website? Okay, I think I have 2 people on Zoom now. I have 2 people here, so you can comment. You can just send to me. What do you know about a website? Have you interacted with a website before? And what can you say about a website? So let me see if I can get feedback. Anybody? Anybody? So what's a website? What do you do with a website? Okay, permit me to off my video now. I want to do something on the video camera, and I'll be back now. Okay, so while I work on the video, I'm still waiting for our response. What is a website? What do you know about a website? So I have some people here, so I believe I can. And if you are joining on Facebook also, you can also make your comment. At least I need 1 comment, so that I will know that I'm not the only one here. That's the essence of the live class. Okay. So what is a website? What's a website about? What is a website? What can you say about a website? Anybody? I'm still waiting for our. Okay, someone has dropped a comment. So website is a collection of files accessed through a web address covering a particular theme or subject and managed. This looks like a Google answer. Wow, this answer looks like an answer from Google. Well, it's okay. Okay, so website is a collection of files accessed through a web address covering a particular theme or subject and managed. Wonderful definition for a website. Who else? What's a website? Okay. What's a website? Anybody? All right. So I think I'm okay with that. We can progress from there. So just as the person that dropped a response has said, basically website is a collection of web pages. So my video is back now. Okay. So people are just getting in now after we have spent like 25 minutes. Amazing. All right. Okay. So as I was saying, website is a collection of web pages, and you use it to communicate to people your ideas, your business, your services, what you offer to people. And is okay. So I have a response also from Facebook. Permit me to also go through that. Yeah. Okay. So I have a set of related web pages located under a single domain name, typically produced by a single person or organization. Okay, that's good. The basic thing I know is that it involves the front end and back end. Oh, wow. Awesome. Beautiful. So thank you for those responses. Those are responses from our Facebook page. So thank you for that. So that's what website is all about. It's all about a web page. And you see, maybe on Monday, I will take us through the whole internet of a thing and how we come about websites, when you connect to your web browser, what makes your website to be live on the internet. We will look into that. So, but today I will just tell you that, you see, if you have an idea, if you have a business in the digital age and people cannot find you online, then that business is non-existent. That's it. So one of the way you make your idea, you make your business, you make your services to be known to people through digital means, through online, through the internet, is by building a website. So website is basically your online shop. So just as the same way you used to have a shop offline, in which you have a physical location, a physical store, that's the same way you have a website. That's the same thing. That's how it works for your website also. So your website is your online shop. Now, your presence online starts from a website, not from a social media platform. And that's another thing I want to correct here. Many people have a strong presence on social media, but they don't have a website. Now, don't let anybody deceive you that you can own a social media platform, run a successful business online without a website. It's not done anywhere. Now, I know in Nigeria, we have a lot of organizations online that doesn't have a website. The only thing they have is a social media platform, and they are making money from it. Beautiful. But you see, if you are really ready to make sales, if you are ready to up your game, you need a website. People buy when the intention to buy is at the level what we call is at, okay, how should I say it now? In digital marketing, there is something we call cold leads and hot leads. Now, people that buys from you are people that we regard in digital marketing as hot leads. What does it mean? If you go to Google now and you make a search for restaurants near me, good. And some websites, maybe the website of a particular restaurant that is closer to you, pop up as a result. You have a higher tendency of going to that web page, ordering for your food, because when you make a search for a restaurant that is closer to you, you are not searching to catch fun. You are searching because there is a need. So that makes you a high-valued potential customer. And the only way, the basic way you can show up and they can make ordering for your for the item you are selling is when your website is available. So it is very important for any business to own a website. Another thing about it is the data you are collecting through your website belongs to you. You are in charge of your website. You are not in charge of a social media platform. So if all your data are on Facebook, on Instagram, on Twitter, on Telegram, everything about your business, the data is being stored for you by Facebook and Instagram and all the likes. One day, Facebook can shut down. One day, Instagram can decide to shut down, and you don't have any control about it. Look at what happened when another person took over Twitter. They changed their algorithms, they changed everything that works on Twitter, and it becomes a major issue for people. So a lot of businesses that have put that much of their efforts are on Twitter, they faced a lot of challenges during those periods because many of them lost their contact to their customers. Many of them, their post was not getting the reach it ought to get again because their data are fully on Twitter. Their followers, their millions of followers are on Twitter. They don't have the data of these people outside Twitter. So that is not good for your business, and that's why a website is good. With a website, you can capture the people's contact through your contact page or through your landing page. And with that, it will help you to be able to have their data in your database. So even if a particular social platform decides to shut down, you still have their email address, you have your phone number that you have collected through your landing pages. So a website is very good or very important for any business that wants to survive online. So that is a little thing about why website is very important for your businesses, and why we build websites. Good. Now, let me show you samples of websites, and we can easily see how you can relate with that. Okay. Oh, sorry, I'm muted. Okay, let's proceed. So I want to show you a web page. Probably I will use that to talk to us about some things about a website. So let me give you samples of websites. So I will open our own website, After School Academy website. So let me use that to sell our website also. All right. So give me a few seconds and I will share my screen with you, sorry. Okay. So with that, I will use that to explain to you some basic things you should know about a website, so that from next lesson, we will start building straight. Okay, I'll be sharing my screen now. All right, so this is After School Academy's website. As you can see, this is our website. I believe every one of us can see that. Okay, now now you can see the website. This website is built on WordPress, and that is the application we are going to be using also for this training. So we'll be making use of WordPress for this training, and hopefully we are going to have a great time together. So this web design training does not involve the use of HTML, CSS, JavaScript of a thing. So this is not a training that involves making use of programming languages. We'll be using a content management system called WordPress. So this particular website I'm showing to us here is built with WordPress, and this is our own personal website. Okay, so for every website, there is something we call your header. Now, this is just an overview of what website looks like. So you have your header. So the header is where you have your logo. And okay, let me activate my annotation so that you can see what I'm pointing or anything I'm trying to reveal to you. So here you have the logo. Let me make it bigger. So I'll be drawing some rectangles so that you can get it. Okay. So anywhere you see the blue rectangle, that's what I'm talking about currently. So okay, let me use a red color so that we can easily see it. Okay. Oh, I'm signed in on this particular browser. So you are seeing the dashboard. Okay, let me sign in with another browser to make it easier for us. Okay, so give me some seconds. Let me do that. Let me sign out from here and log out. Okay. Okay, sorry. I'm trying to ensure that okay. So I believe You are still seeing my screen. Let me know if you are seeing my screen. If you cannot see it, let me know. Okay. All right, so we are still seeing the screen. Oh, please, I need response. So what are you seeing? Are you seeing my screen or you are seeing a black screen? Let me be sure of that. Or let me use this. Okay, good. So a participant has said you can see my screen. You can see it also now. All right. So I can proceed. Okay, thank you. God bless you. So that means I can proceed now. All right. So as I was saying, I just want to take you through the layout of the website. That will help us a lot. All right. So where I'm currently putting a rectangle is what we call your header. So this is the header of the website. And on the header, you have what we call your logo and your menu. So the About Us, the Academy option, the Kids Coding School, the Contact, the Call Now, that is what we call your menu. So, and is attached to your header. So the menu is just your navigation panel. So they are the one that directs people, that makes it easier for people to be able to access other pages on your website. So, and it's very important, especially for your user experience. Any website that doesn't have navigation menu is not a good website because you won't know where to go next. But your navigation menu at the top will help the users of your website to be able to know where they are to go to or to find other pages on your website. So that's about the navigation menu. Okay, so let me talk about the other aspects. Immediately after the navigation menu, you have your, immediately after the navigation menu, you have your hero, what we call the hero. So hero is H-E-R-O. So that is just like a big banner that you have immediately after the header. So that's the box, the aspect where I put the red box. That's your hero. So you can see get skilled to become relevant. So on your hero, basically you have your bold text. That's your H1, your heading. You have some text to back up your heading. You have a button, and that button should be the most important button for your website. Sure. Then you have what we call your images. So the images that can communicate some things about your website, about what you do. And you see, image speaks a lot. Image speaks a lot. So you want to ensure that your images communicate the idea about your business. And your hero is very important, very important, because as a designer, when people access your website, that's the first thing they will see after the header. So you want to make the best use of it so that you can get them to deliver the results you want. So that's about the hero, H-E-R-O. So let me move down now to the other aspects of the website. Then immediately after the hero, you have what we call your body section, the body section of your website. So this is the body section. Here you are seeing the course open for enrollment. So you lay out your body section. You ordered your body section according to the order of importance. So to us, the most important thing to us is the courses we are taking. So that's the next thing that comes up. On other websites, you can see something like our services. You can see something like about us. You can see something like about me if it's a portfolio website. But the most important thing for you should be the next thing after the hero. So that's the body of your website. On a website, you can have what we call your cards. Cards are just combination of images and text and buttons to communicate a message. So these are 3 cards now. What I mean by card is C-A-R-D-S, cards. So this is a card, this is a card, this is another card. It consists of images, image, heading text, and body text, then your button. So now, in fact, for every website you have, basically web pages consist of images or videos, then text and buttons. So those 3 elements are very important. Your ability to use your visuals, that is your image or your videos, then use your text very well, and your buttons. Those 3 things make up your website. So this is just the body of the website. Then after the body of the website, you include what we call your call to action. Every website must have a call to action. This is one call to action now to make people to contact them, to contact us in case you can't find what you are looking for. So we have something about the benefits, just to convince people to the website. This is still part of the body. Testimonials, just to convince the viewers. This is still part of the body. Later, I will tell you why we have those things on your website when we get deeper into building the website. Okay. Then finally, at the end of every website, you have what we call your footer. So this is the footer page. Let me show us that. So this is the footer page. So the footer is just the end of every website. That's what we call the footer. So you can see, and on the footer, you have some quick links that people can use to access other pages on the website. So that's the structure of the website. So let me recap everything I have said concerning the structure of the website. I said for every website, you must have a header. So the header is at the top. Let me scroll up again. The header is at the top. Then after the header is that area where you have your logo, your navigation menu, and your maybe a call to action. Then immediately after the header, you have your hero, that is H-E-R-O. So you have on the hero, you have a bold text, that's your header, your heading, your most important heading, sorry. That's in programming, we call it H1. Then you have your body text, and you have your button together with your images or videos. In some web pages, you see a slide running at the background. In some web pages, you see a video running at the background. It depends on what you want for your hero. Then immediately after the hero, you have your body section, the body section of your website. And that is where you have your services, your about us, your call to action, benefits that you want to share, your testimonials, all talks about the body of the website. Then lastly, you have your footer. So the footer aspect shows something about the organization, some quick links you can use to access other pages on the website, the privacy policy, the terms and conditions, and your copyright statement. You can see the copyright statement here. Let me annotate that in case you can't understand what I'm talking about. So this is the copyright area. So you can see it here. 2023 After School Academy, all rights reserved. So that's what we call the copyright statement. So that's the structure of the website. That's the layout, basic layout for every website to see out here. Then for every website, there are pages. So currently, this is the home page of this website, and that is the landing page for the website. You might have been hearing something about landing page, landing page, landing page. Basically, landing page is where people get to as soon as they get to your web page. So that's it. That makes it very important. So your home page is the most important page of a website. So your home page is the most important page of a website, and you have to put a lot of effort into it. So this is the landing page for this particular website. Now you can create different landing pages based on the link. So each of your services can have their own landing pages. So, but for this particular website, this is the landing page. Now you can decide to go to the About Us section. That is another page. Those are sub pages on the website. So this is the About section of this particular website now. And you can notice that the structure still remains the same. The header, the hero, and the body. So this is the body part. And the footer. That's it. So the structure is still the same thing. It doesn't change. It's just the content that will change, but you still have that same structure. So if I go to another page now, this is another page on the website, still having the header, the hero, and the body of the page. And then you have your other aspects of the body and the footer. So, and you can see it's just the combination of text, images, and buttons that makes up a web page. Text, images or videos, and buttons. Those are the 3 things or 4 things that makes up a web page. Any other thing is just an addition. Okay, so those are the things you find on the website. Another thing you can find on a website is your maybe some integrations. So some websites do have what we call integrations. For instance, this particular website has this integration, as you can see it here. So this is a chat integration. So you can chat directly with the owner of the website. So when we are building our website, I will teach us how you can integrate a chat platform into your website. So then by the other side here, you can see something like protected by reCAPTCHA. reCAPTCHA is just a security plugin, or yes, you will understand what I mean by plugin as we progress. So reCAPTCHA is a security plugin that is attached to your website to prevent spam on your website. Some websites, if you don't have it, people can easily spam your website, especially if you are running a blog. You can see some spam comments, some spam people, what can I call it now? Bots can fill forms on your website. People that are not human beings, they can fill forms on your website, all those things. So to prevent things like that, a reCAPTCHA is very important. You will understand that better as we progress. So those are the things you find on a typical website. So let me take our feedback before I proceed to the next thing. So that is an overview of a website. So any questions so far? What have you learned? What do you have to say before I proceed? So I'm expecting our feedback. All right, thank you, Victoria. Thank you. Sorry, thank you, Julie. Thank you for that. So I believe you can hear me again now. All right, so that is the overview of what a website is all about. Now let me take us through the technology we are going to be using for our web design program. So we'll be making use of a content management system called WordPress. And let me just take us through that. So I'll be sharing my screen again now, and I'll open a web browser to show us that. All right. Okay. Okay, so I believe you can see my screen again. So let me just take us through WordPress. What is WordPress and what WordPress is all about? I will just take us to wordpress.com and I will share a short story with us. So we have to, basically we have two types of WordPress. We have wordpress.com and we have wordpress.org. So let me go to the two websites. Hero, okay. So someone says it doesn't get the, thank you. So that's a comment we have on our Facebook. Hero, H-E-R-O. Hero is just the big banner. That's the only thing, that's the best way I can call it. Okay, let me show us what an hero is again. So on this particular website, Here you have this get skilled, become relevant, explore all programs, the images, the tests. So the images and the text. So where you have that big banner, just like on the social media page, you have what we call your cover photo. That's the same way on a website, you have your big hero. So the first, the biggest estate, just like for a land now, you have a portion that has been allocated for you. Let's say you want to build a house. There are portions that are allocated. Now, inside the house, you know that one of the biggest space in the house is your sitting room, because obviously that is the first place people will encounter when they enter your house. And on that particular, inside that particular house, everybody have access to the sitting room. So it has to be a big space. That's the same way. The first place where people will interact, or the first point of contact on every web page, is the hero part of the website. So the hero part of that website, of your website, comes immediately after the header. So the header is where you have your navigation menu and your logo, and maybe a button for call to action. But immediately after that, you have your hero. So the hero is that big banner. That's the best way to call it. And it can be a video, it can be a slideshow, it can be an image, anything you want to use it for, use for it. So I have another question here. Is there any difference between using WordPress to build a website and using a programming application? Okay, good. Let me quickly answer that question. Is there any difference between building a website using WordPress and using programming languages? Good. That's a very good question. Now, in building a website, there are basically two approaches to it. You can make use of a content management system, or you make use of a programming language. So there are programming language you can use. You can make use of your markup language like HTML. Then you can use your Cascade style sheet, that's CSS. And to add some functionalities, you can use your JavaScript together with those two languages that I've mentioned. Then you can also make use of a content management system. Content management system basically are systems that allows you to build your website without writing a single code. So we can use WordPress, we can use Drupal, we have a lot of them. Now, what's the difference? Basically, the difference is in the approach. One involves writing codes, the other doesn't involve writing codes. Another thing is when you are running a WordPress website, you have to make use of a lot of plugins to add functionality to your website. So some of these plugins, sometimes they are not free, you buy them. But when you are writing your own codes for your website, you don't necessarily have to buy any plugin, because you write the code for every functionality you want on your website. So writing codes to build a website is a little bit tedious than using WordPress. Also, another difference is in the cost of building. To build a WordPress website is cheaper than building a website making use of programming languages. Now, you also have to consider your clients when building your website. So most clients, especially in our context in the Nigerian market, most clients will prefer you build their websites using WordPress. Why? It's cheaper and it's easier to manage. So it's difficult to manage a website that is built using programming language, because that means the clients have to get back to you as the programmer every time there is a need to make a change on the website. So can the client pay for that? That's the question. So most times in Nigeria, in as much you are not building website for bank, you are not building a very big e-commerce website, the best approach to go for is to make use of WordPress. Now, I used to tell my students, if they will pay you less than 1 million naira for the project, build it with WordPress. But if they will pay you more than 1 million naira, then you can write codes for it. Because you don't want to undergo a stress of writing codes for just an information website. So if it is an information website, just to display your product, just to display your services, and to tell people about you and a blog, just go ahead and use WordPress. Because nobody will pay you more than 1 million naira to build an information website. That's just the truth. But if you are building a website for banks, you are building website for a large e-commerce site, like for the capacity, if the capacity is as huge as Jumia, not just a small and medium business e-commerce site, you can easily achieve that with WordPress. So it depends on the gravity of the work that also determines what you use. So for in the context of Nigeria or anywhere you find yourself, in as much you are building websites for small and medium scale businesses, WordPress is the best way to go. Now, I can tell you, I can also write programs. So I also have a lot of programmers around me. Many times we build our website with WordPress. It's only when we need to develop maybe a software, a web application, good, then you can write codes for it. Or you want to integrate a web application into your website, you need to do some API connection, then you can write a code for the website. But if it is just a simple website, simple landing page, my brothers and sisters, just go ahead with your WordPress. So you land more clients with WordPress than coding, especially based on the kind of clients we have in the Nigerian market. So we will talk more about that as we progress, especially the prospective clients you will be having. Most clients cannot afford to pay you for coding, to code a website for them. So you really have to go with WordPress most times. So I believe I've answered that question. So that's the difference between both are good. It all depends on the project. So if you want to be a web developer, you should have programming skills, because as a web developer, you'll be developing web applications also, not just web pages. So in that kind of scenario, you need programming skills to achieve that. And you should also have knowledge of WordPress so that you can undo projects that doesn't necessarily have to go through coding. So that will help you a lot. Okay, thank you for that. So let me continue. So I'm trying to tell us about, okay, I also have a question here. Can I design websites with phone? Obviously, you can design your website with phone, but you can't manage it well with phone. So WordPress has an application that you can easily use to do few things to build basic websites. But I highly recommend that you get a personal PC. But if you don't have a PC, that should not be that should not be a challenge for you too much. It shouldn't stop you from learning. You can still do great things with your phone. It depends on how you can manage your phone very well. So you can learn with your phone. I've answered that question. So let me progress to discuss about WordPress. So I said we have WordPress.com and we have WordPress.org. So let me open WordPress.org and I will tell you the difference between the two. Okay, so WordPress.com is basically the website that allows you, or the CMS, content management system, that allows you to be able to build and grow your website in a fast and easy way. So you can easily build your own websites with WordPress.com. Then with WordPress.org, that is the paid aspect of WordPress. So you get WordPress and you install it on your hosting. On WordPress.com, they host the website for you, and you just get started immediately by using their domain extension. So your extension will be something like your name.wordpress.com. That's for WordPress.com users. So you can start immediately with WordPress.com. But what we'll be making use of in this training is the WordPress.org, which involves you hosting your WordPress website by yourself. So for WordPress.com, you host on WordPress. But for WordPress.org, you host on your own hosting platform. So late on Monday, we dwell so much on hosting and setting up your WordPress.org site. So, and WordPress basically allows you to be able to build with two extensions. We have what we call themes and plugins. So you will understand that better also on Monday when we start. So this is the platform we are going to be using. We'll be making use of WordPress.com and WordPress.org. Sorry, we'll be making use of WordPress.org, not necessarily WordPress.com. Okay. Now, so I will focus now on WordPress.org, and I will close WordPress.com. So with WordPress.org, you can install what we call WordPress on your site. So by clicking on Get WordPress, I will be able to download WordPress. And with that, you can start building your own WordPress website. And for a WordPress website to work, you need hosting. So there are different hosting platforms, which I will expose you to. Basically, I will expose you to two hosting platforms that I have tried and that works better. I will expose you to a local hosting, that is a Nigerian hosting company. And I will also expose you to an international hosting, that is Hostinger. So those are the two hosting platforms we'll be making use of in this training. So you download WordPress and you start working with it. That's about WordPress.org. So let me show you how the back end of the WordPress looks like. Before I do that, I will stop sharing now so I can log in into the WordPress dashboard. So I will just show you the dashboard, the overview of how the dashboard of the WordPress looks like. And we end the class for today. So you get ready for Monday, where the real work will start. So on Monday, please don't come late to class as many of you did today. Don't come late to class and pay rapt attention, especially if you have planned to join us live. So if you want the recorded class, then no problem. But there is a way we are going to know if you attend the class. So for every training, there will be a test, just like a simple test you can take. This will help us to know if you actually attended the class or not, either the live class or the recorded class. Okay, so I'm sharing my screen now to show you the back end of a typical WordPress dashboard. Okay, so here we go. This is my WordPress screen. All right, so this is the dashboard of the WordPress site. So this is actually the back end of the After School Academy website that I showed to you. So by your left-hand side, you can see, if I click dashboard, this is what you see on my dashboard at the moment. Then you can see post media. Media is where you upload your images and your videos. Then you can see your pages. Pages talks about your web pages. Some pages you have on your website. These are the pages you have created on this website. Then you have your, after pages, you have your comments based on what comments people have made on your posts. Then you have the appearance. Appearance is where you have your themes. Themes are basically what we work with on WordPress. They are the structure for your website. They are the backbone of your website. Just like it's the skeleton for your website. So You have your themes, that's the appearance. If you change your theme, it will change the appearance of your website. So currently the active theme on this website is Hello Elementor. You will understand that better as we progress. On Monday, then you have your plugins. Your plugins are the things that helps you to add functionality to your WordPress website. If you are building your website, making use of codes, then that is where you write your JavaScript codes in order to add functionalities. But on WordPress, we don't write code. So we use plugins to do that. So with your plugins, you can install your web builder, you can install your forms, you can install your chat plugins, you can install your e-commerce plugins. Those functionalities that makes your website to look good. That's what we call your plugins. And so on and so forth. So these are the things we'll be interacting with in this training, and it's going to be a wonderful training. So that's all for today. I've taken you through the overview of things you should be looking out for in this training. It's going to be a wonderful training. It's going to be a practical training, and every one of us will have a great time together. So that's all. If you have any question concerning the training as a whole, let me know before we close. So thank you all for joining today's class. Any question from anybody before we close for today? So if you missed the beginning of the training where I talked about the syllabus, you will get it in the recording, or I will also share the syllabus to our group, so you can get it from there also. Any other question? Thank you, Victoria. I can see your message. Do we have any questions or any comments from the Facebook? All right. So let me appreciate every one of us for joining us. Thank you, Tejri, Oyean, Victoria, someone that is making use of the. Okay, how can we get a domain name? Beautiful. Those are the questions I will answer on Monday. So Monday will be for us to talk about the domain name and all of that things. Let me just share the syllabus again so that you can see what is coming up on Monday. Okay. Few seconds and I will share that. The syllabus will also be shared with us on the group page. Okay, so this is the syllabus. All right. So on Monday, we'll be covering this aspect of let the fun begin. So everything we are doing on Monday is let the fun begin. So we'll catch some fun on Monday. So let the fun begin. That's what we are going to do on Monday. And probably we should be able to do bringing your dreams to reality also on Monday. So those are the things we'll cover on Monday. Let the fun begin, bringing your dreams to reality. All right. Okay, so let me see if I've done justice to today's class. First thing first, what is this course? What this course is, I've done that. Whom this course is created for, I've done that. This course is created for anyone who have interest. Monday is, okay, the Monday training is also by 11 a.m. All web design training comes up Monday, Wednesday, and Friday by 11 a.m. So I've shared the calendar on our group page. If you have not seen it, go check it out. Classes comes up on Monday, Wednesday, Friday by 11 a.m. Okay. Now, I've done whom this course is created for. Anyone that have interest in building websites to solve people's problems. My own experience. Okay, I've not shared my experience with us. Okay, simple. My journey started in the year 2011. That's when my journey in web design started. And it started by building some basic pages for someone who is into writing. So I use that as my first project to learn about WordPress. And since then, I've been improving little by little till I become an expert in WordPress design. So I've been able to handle a lot of projects which I will be sharing with us as we progress. And it has been a great journey. And I can tell you, it's very, very profitable. Web design is profitable. Basically, one thing that makes web design to be profitable is because you are offering a service, you are not selling a product. So you don't really need any money to start. You don't need any money to start a web design agency. The only thing you need is your skill and you are good to go. So the things I bought to build my first paid website, I bought it using the money that was paid to me in the contract for the project. So my router, my data, everything, I bought it with the money that was paid for the project. So I did not start with ₦1 investment. Everything started with the client's money. So that's one of the things that makes web design to be a great one. Basic skills you need to be a successful web designer. Basically, you will need to be diligent. You need some creative skills. You need some brainstorming skills, and you must have eye for excellence. Another thing is you must know how to communicate to people very well. So those are the basic skills you need, and you will be getting those skills as you progress in the training. Then I will teach us later on how to set up your web design business for high income. So what is the why of web design? Beautiful. I will talk about this and I will close. The why of web design is to make sales. That's the why. Nobody build websites for the sake of building websites. It's to make sales. So if anybody reach out to you for your web, to build a website for them, it's because they want to use that website as a tool for them to make sales. So now the major mistake a lot of web designers used to make is that after building the website, they think that that's all. No, your website should be able to make sales for the clients. How will you achieve that? You will learn that in the program. Don't just build a static website that involves text and images. There are some things you build into your website. The layout, the buttons, how you use the buttons, how you use the videos, how you use the images, how you structure your website. Because the end product is sales. Search engine optimization, very important, because with SEO, you can get sales for your clients. We'll learn about that also. Digital marketing, we incorporate it into our website. How do you build in how do you add some codes to your website that can track visitors? How do you do analytics? How do you install Facebook tags, Google Ads tags into your website? Because those are the things that bring sales. When people visit your website, how do you know what they are doing on the website? How do you reach out to them? How do you capture people's data through your website? Those are the things that bring sales. And that is the why of web design. When you don't know that, you don't get clients, or you can't sustain clients. You can't keep clients for long. So you will learn that as you progress. So that is all for today. That is first thing first. Monday, let the fun begin. Bring your dreams to reality. These are the things you'll be covering. So I've answered all the questions and we are good to go. So thank you for joining us this day. We are glad to have you around. So do have a lovely day. The recordings will be made available for us before the close of work today. And also the document that was shared will also be made available for us. So thank you all and do have a lovely day. Be fair, God bless you all.